friends. I'm having a very weird morning. Let's see. I believe it's this one. So, my water was off, and the serviceman that was supposed to come tomorrow tried to come this morning, but I didn't know that because I wasn't ready because he was supposed to come tomorrow. And, it's been a whole mess. So my water was off for an unrelated reason. It was not planned. Apparently a water pipe got broken somewhere. There we go. Let's move that. This. Okay, got my screen set up correctly. So when I woke up, my water was spitting, and that was weird, and so it took me a while to track that down, and then I had two guys call me back from solar power, which I'm deeply uninterested in, or I am very interested in, but cannot afford right now, I guess is. I found the place that I'd like to work with, and I need to work on budgeting for it. It's quite pricey in my area because I have a municipal electric that doesn't get the incentives that the rest of the world does. And then, yeah, I had to call the gutters guy back. And tomorrow, after I talk to the gutters guy, I'll call the stairs guy. We've got a lot going on around here today. And then just as I was about to get started, somebody called me and asked me if I would like to sell my house. Like, no, I am deeply uninterested in selling my house. So, normally you follow the clock. We've done a little leveling, as you can probably tell. I want to say you go north here. Maybe you don't. Let's see. We'll find out very quickly. Yep, no, I'm in the right place. We're gonna just dodge everybody. We've been through this. So there were two things that I discovered. Nope, this is the wrong room. We'll have to fight our way out, unfortunately. The first one is that in the next room, when we get to the next correct room, the book page that we were missing was in there. The second was the second time you beat the clock on the timer, so if you can beat it before its time passes, you will get the cloak for this area, which looks like this. And it was not my intention to find these things, it just sort of happened. I decided I would go back through areas where we already were and just level up our characters. And this is the Cloak of Dawn, which is this place. Ah. Forgot how aggravating this is. Yes, it was in this room. When you completely clear this room, this is where the book page was. Now that I'm here, I realize that what we did last time was get to a new waypoint. But that's okay, because I wanted to show this to you anyway. Alright, we're almost back to the beginning. I think this is the wrong way, actually. Out. Alright, there we go. It's hard because it's locational and everything changes every time you're in there. Oops. Alright, let's go to our let's not kill ourselves and do this again. Alright, we want the Tower of Brahma. Okay, so... let's have a chat, friend. Endless Maze 2. The room this way contains a contraption. The key is to activating it is the book folk. This time, absorb the little double last and obliterate all the non-book folks. Going and coming back, take it slowly. When you go, come back in a flash. If you get it wrong, start again from the beginning. Best path taken. Pass through the second corridor, and the path leading deeper inside will open by itself. Sometimes a thing that appears hard is in fact quite brittle. In fact, it may split right in half. That's gonna be annoying. I don't know what that is. And I don't know what it's weak against. So let's check our book, because I didn't look at the page that I got. Okay. Oh. That looks like strikers. Well, it's a good thing I level up all those strikers. They're weak against explosion? Broken shield. Gargantuan would do the most damage, be the hardest to hit with. It doesn't look very like it's working very well. Did we misinterpret the page? I'm not sure what to use against this guy. What even is he? A Spriggan? I don't know how anybody was supposed to get that out of this. So apparently they're weak against slash. Let's look at the book again and see if we can interpret that somehow. I'm definitely not seeing it. Also a timing puzzle because it's only doesn't have the weird rocks flowing around it when it's about to attack. See how it's blocking it? Vibrate the hell out of the controller when it's, damn it. Try and get over here, where I think I got the best chance. Alright, we got it. That's the first one we've gotten. Now. Another one of those. Should take us to the next floor. Alright. I have a feeling this is going to be a pita. Oh my god, yes it is. What are you weak against? Ow. Okay. I know the answer to this. Like, I fought a billion of these, and my brain is just like, no. Air is weak against air? That's weird. Not. What was I using against them? My earlier brain apparently interpreted this in some kind of way, and I don't have any idea what I was using against them before. I probably don't want to use water, because if I use water, I might accidentally hit the other thing. Actually weak against air. Okay, that is fine. Alright, what else have I got? These jerks. Which I'll need electric for. That I remember. Because you have to activate them. And then they want to fight you. Okay, so I feel like there we go. Purple dust, very nice. Everything needs purple dust, if I recall correctly. We need like 8 billion purple dust. Water. And there's our next door. I wish we had health. We could definitely use some health. Oh my gosh, okay, no. How about we don't? So Spriggan is our new thing, and I think we need several ids. So it looks like we're gonna get plenty of chances. to the water problem that we were having this morning? My husband has been listening to horror, so he's warning me right now that he won't be sleeping tonight. I'm reminding him that this is a streaming day. Alright, no, wait. We lost our fish. There we go. Okay, so. Oh gosh. And they needed slash, right? That was it? Everything is getting very particular, like. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit frustrating. Alright, we got one. Thought so. Basically have to use yourself as bait. Not a fan. Also not sure how I feel about this particular motion control thing. But I am getting my exercise, I guess. My arm exercises. Nothing else. I basically have to vibrate through time to get it to respond. I really hope there's some place to fight these that isn't on these levels. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm wearing the wrong... He put me to sleep. So I'm pretty sure this is actually where you were supposed to find out about the battle outfit. So if you beat the timer, the first time you get a book page, the second time you get the battle outfit. And you're gonna have to try, because Okay, apparently I accidentally killed him, and I didn't mean to. That is weirdly not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Did we just accidentally go back out of the... We did. We accidentally went back out of the system. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So the clock room seems to work as like a nexus point where you don't have to do the mazes again. You can just get to the clock room and pop through. 'Cause this is actually a different nexus point. Let's see. It's Levine. I have always had a distaste for unwelcome visitors, says Levine. The living need not know about the netherworld. They are free to do as they please with their realm of corporeal. But they should never interfere in matters of the netherworld, as we should never interfere in the real world. Ellen says, I've not come to fight. I want to know how to get beneath the henge. I'm searching for someone, and she might be down there. Levine says, and what on earth makes you think that I will grant your request? Ellen, do not put faith in everything the fairies tell you. Who can predict what kind of world will provide humans true happiness? However, the world changes. There are always those who benefit and those who suffer. Exploring your past is one thing, but more importantly, how will the knowledge of your past affect the way you live? This is a matter for you and you alone to face. Ellen says, just who are you? And Levine says, I will tell you, but only after you escape the labyrinth of the endless corridors. Prove to me that you can dispel the eternal agony of the maze inside your own consciousness. I know you are destined to fail, for your fears will immobilize you on your first step. Rough. Ah, you've come. I hope to avoid fighting here in the corridors. The Menocyte shudders when it eats a memory that frightens it. Waves propagate in the vicinity, making passage difficult. The Menocyte prevents people from advancing past that point. To expunge it, the person causing the obstruction must overcome his fears. What do you wish to ask? Room of the living. The folklore in the endless corridor is in a living room called Flesh Room. The Flesh Room is tough, but do not despair. Startle him with a spurt of water to the eyes. Dawn. The cloak of the endless corridors is the cloak of dawn. That's the one we're wearing. Tick tock, tick tock. It flows like the sands of time. Stop it soon before it flows out of sight. That's the hint to tell you you have to beat the timer. Place deep within. The area this way is our home base. One cannot easily pass through it. This place has a special link to the henge in the village. We all have our weak points. It's the one secret we'd rather keep to ourselves. Even a mighty folklore has an Achilles heel. Ew, it's so gross. I'm gonna turn on my little heater during this cutscene. Alright, so it won't give me anything because I haven't overcome my fears yet, maybe? Is that what everybody's getting? Alright, I don't get it, but flesh room is also what they call it when you save in Doolin. So let's go there. Alright, we made the right choice. Ellen, where have you been? She says. O'Connell says, and she says, oh, O'Connell, so you know who you're talking to. Something terrible has happened. Come to the church. Of course, there's Keats. Speak of the devil, we missed you. This time Harriet was murdered while you were gone. Harriet too? Ellen says. When will this stop? This pattern, I've seen it before, says Ellen. Through the door, then the horrors follow. That's it. I went through that door long, long ago. Keats, finally putting things together, Ellen? You, Ellen, are Cecilia. Well, we called it a while ago, I think. Your mother claimed that you were dead, says Keats. Keats, you knew all the time? My past, it's all coming back. My life was overshadowed by an obscure fear. Only now is that fear coming into focus. I must know my roots. Do I dare unmask the horrors of my past? And Keats says, this decision is yours, but I must say, it's only natural to seek the truth. You need time to think. Or speak to someone who knew young Cecilia. Most of the people who knew young you are dead. Okay. Okay, well, we're inside the church, I think. Let me go back. I would like to... Alright, so this is the room where Herb was. And this is Mrs. Lester. Mrs. Lester? Yes, says Mrs. Lester. That letter that claimed Cecilia was dead. It was a fabrication, says Ellen. I am Cecilia. Excuse me, my allergies are terrible right now. Let's see. Oh, says Mrs. Lester. Yes, I can see the resemblance. Now I remember, says Ellen. I once lived in Doolin. My name was Cecilia. Mrs. Lester says, which means this picture of you is of you when you were young. Yes, I remember. There I am. Yes, that's me. You're a bright-eyed little angel. Ellen, the entire village adored you, says Mrs. Lester. Just what happened to me that day 17 years ago? Says Ellen. Oh, here's our patron? Scarecrow. Scarecrow says, Keats went on ahead. He defeated the folklore and ventured deeper inside. He's trying to disrupt the Fairy Lord's plans. Should you let this happen? Ellen says, I'm not sure. I don't even know if the Fairy Lord is correct in his thinking. Scarecrow says, wee hee hee. Ellen, they spend too much time pondering the complexities of things. Ellen, why do you dislike fighting? Ellen says, why? Consider all that's gone on in the village. Enough to make anyone hate conflict. There's not a single thing to be gained from all this hatred. It only results in suffering. And Scarecrow says, you're right, Ellen. Perhaps if everyone were like you, if they had the burden of a tormented, frightful past, then they'd probably stop all the fighting in the first place. Ellen says, heavens, no. I would never want anyone to to have to go through the same things. Scarecrow says, wee hee hee, you always were such a kind soul, dear Ellen. Well, Ellen, it appears that you have overcome your fears. The Menocite in the endless corridors has disappeared, wee hee hee. Ellen says, but I've yet to remember everything. I have a feeling I may have missed something rather important, in fact. You're not afraid anymore, are you? Alright, off we go. Well, I guess we go get into McConnell's car. I should check the pub real quick to see if I can get the other page. I'm not sure if we don't get that until afterwards or... Nope. That's terrible. What happened? What will the villagers do? I don't know. I'd like to know who keeps murdering all the people. Alright, back to the endless corridors. Gonna use the portal. We're gonna go to Brahma 2. We do have pixelation. I know that you can probably see the pixelation. That was a thing that we had to do. We had to turn off one of the settings. And I can't remember which one it is right now. Which is going to cause some pixelation in some places. So that the graphical output doesn't overwhelm, and I cannot believe that I'm saying this, the emulator. Just as a reminder, since we haven't done it for a while, I know I'm talking about emulation. I own this game. Like, I own it. It is mine. We've got all the hardware. It's just the first couple of times we tried to play it, it destroyed our PS3. Like, literally, irrecoverably. I had to replace a laser, and then it took down a... Like, it basically melted the heating gel off the motherboard, and then we had to replace it, and so I have not tried to play it again on physical hardware, because it destroys physical hardware. I understand that it may be because I had a Gen 1 PS3, which it destroyed, which was very sad. But I'm afraid to try it again, so... Alright, the Memesite is gone. The fear must have been purged. I'm amazed that such a terrible fear could have been overcome. Alright, here we go. Our book page. Does it tell us how to defeat the folklore? It's showing us looks like we're gonna have to go through a lot of things. Looks like there's a lot of steps here. We'll figure it out once we can actually see the folklore, I guess. What kind of horror? Well, that makes this make an uncomfortable amount of sense, I guess. So what is the first thing? We'll probably die a couple times as we're trying to figure this out. Okay, this is the first boss fight that I've seen that has add. Okay, so this looks like I'm shoving something in its eyes, right? Okay, let's try the Wind Lady. Okay, that doesn't look like it's working. That's definitely the Wind Lady, but it might be in, like, the not in this phase. So, what do we think that first? What is that depicting? Hello, Del. Thank you for stopping in. I am not sure. Do we just try all the things until we get it right? So it looks like mostly it's things from what could that possibly be? Should we try this? Definitely not this. Alright. What else could you be? I feel like it definitely involves these eyes. Gives us the "this isn't working" sound. Okay, it wants to fight this. The only thing that I can clearly see on that page is this. Something happened. nowhere did I see that advice. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, the reason that I tried it is because the... Okay, yeah, no, I can see it now. This is supposed to be the fish. That's supposed to be the fish spitting in the eye. Alright, I got it. So there's something about a fist punching, and then I guess we need this thing? Gross. I should have worn the other cloak. Ow. I am sticky. We gotta keep moving so the fist doesn't get us. Ew, fist is gonna get us. Oh, it's a foot. Alright, so I should have worn the fairy cloak. That's what I'm getting out of this. Did it prescribe a solution to the foot? Alright, I saw that. Where did it go? I have to remember the old ways. This does feel like body horror. Okay, and I'm sorry that I didn't see chat. I was very focused on the boss, so Delirium said it'd be cool to be able to doodle like that, and then he said, looks like one of the things from the book. And they said, does this count as body horror? I do think it does. Ellen says, what? Why here? Ah, here's the Fairy King. And Bogle. Ellen says, what is this place? Bogle says, this is its true form. She's made the Folklore into a watchdog for her hideout. What terrifying power. But now is the time to conquer this place and keep them on the defensive. Ellen says, I understand why we must aim for the Netherworld core. But why must we fight Levain? Bogle says, listen, Ellen. They have put us through a terrible ordeal. The fact that we can no longer move freely between the realms, and that the entrance to the Endless Corridor has been blocked by Barrel, the Evil Eye. All of this is the work of Levain. Most of the messengers that were with us have lost their lives as a result. Ellen, it is also for your sake. This place was created by Levain herself. Ellen says, but how? Ellen, I imagine that you could do the same, says the Fairy Lord. For you, like Levain, are a messenger. Ellen says, so then Levain... Yes, the Fairy Lord says. Levain once had the important responsibility of telling the dwellers of reality about the Netherworld, so that ordinary men and women would be reassured about their fates after death. But then one day she abdicated this responsibility and disabled one of the twin trees in the Netherworld core, the tree that controls the human subconscious. Ellen says, the damage to the twin tree is what has affected the Netherworld? Fairy Lord says, the twin trees form a spiritual link between the Netherworld and the people in the real world. Without the trees, the memories of men would not accrue in the Netherworld. Due to Levain's meddling, the link between reality and the Netherworld was severed, and now the Netherworld is a passive recipient of the ripples of the real world. The mutual connection has been destroyed. That's very sad. We cannot allow this to continue. Ellen says, what would happen to Levain? Fairy Lord says, the courts will decide her fate. She shall receive a punishment commensurate to the gravity of her sins. Now, Ellen, open the entrance to the henge. These are sacred grounds for messengers like yourself. Sure proof of your distinction, and the path shall open. Ellen says, proof? The medallion? What? The color of the medallion has changed. Bogle says, Levain's home base is this way. We shall put them on the defensive by toppling it. This place was created by Levain's memories. I couldn't find it for all this time. Hi, Dragon Loot! The Momonocytes. There is nothing to fear, for the afterlife awaits true happiness. Now press on with the attack and uncovers the mysteries of death. Like a physical test or a medical test? Mental health, okay. Well, I hope it was okay. Not sure quite how that would work. Alright, so the door is opened. We shall enter. Ah! Alright, so you were evaluated for ADHD. That makes sense. I'm sure it'll take a little while to get the results. Oh. Well, that's unsurprising. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's unsurprising because most of the people who come to the conclusion that they need to be tested for adult ADHD, it's because they have it. Like, their whole self. I've seriously been considering getting tested myself because I'm exhibiting a lot of symptoms. Here's the memocytes. There's lots of them. We can travel to the netherworld as long as we have the cloak. That woman, Chieftain Levain, has run off. Find her. Levain cannot be located. Perhaps we've done all we can. Kill them all. They should thank us. They will reach their precious land of bliss early. The warrior who led the construction of the henge has taken his own life. This should be the last of them. Greetings, Ellen. Have you come of your own will? Asked Levain. The real world is not well in its present state, says Ellen. Levain says, so that's why you've looked to the old world. Or should I say the old world as the fairy lord describes it to you. Ellen says, Levain, you too are a messenger, aren't you? Levain says, we were the original natives of the earth, but we were destroyed by the humans who came after us. I am the final survivor of our race, the last messenger. Ellen says, why have you done what you have to the netherworld? Levain says, because there are so many people in the world just like you, Ellen. Happiness does not come from nowhere. You must seek it yourself. The human fear of death is the driving force behind human action. A limited time on Earth is what makes humankind seek material and spiritual achievement. It is what makes life precious and dear. Ellen, you know little about the world outside a small boundary. Learn from others and look inside yourself. Then and only then will you be able to sort this out. My actions were not a mistake. Foolish fairies. Admit your defeat in Hell Realm, says Levain. The Fairy Lord says, your deeds will go unforgiven for eternity. We will bring Keats to the netherworld and settle this once and for all. We will never allow such meddling again. I haven't time to waste bickering with the likes of you, says Levain. And then she does, I guess, ninja disappear. Damn, she's run away, says the king. Ellen, be patient, our time is almost come. Our victory is imminent. Ellen, our hopes rest upon you. Ellen says, ellipsis. Okay, well, I don't actually know what to do. So I guess let's go to the church. First, let's go to the pub. Excuse me, since a number of the quests have been during the daytime, which is odd. So you're not disruptive, you're just not paying attention. That makes sense. Excuse me. It's very pretty. Alright, so this is not where I needed to go, apparently. I thought it was. Apparently it's not. Also hyperactive. Out of my... So you have some, you've learned some adult coping mechanisms, basically. I remember something that day. You were injured badly, and there was a distinct change that occurred in you. Goodness, on Samhain, so many misfortunate events came all at once, killing several villagers. But that had nothing to do with you, says Mrs. Lester. But when did I start being called Ellen? Asked Ellen. If it was my mother who gave me the new name, then why? And why did she send the letter claiming that I had died? Mrs. Lester says, Ellen, stop it. Stop worrying about this. Yeah. I had one of my favorite work colleagues had adult ADHD and was really good at coping. Charlotte, I can't remember the fairy song. The ash, a bird, how does it go? That's probably really important later. This is McConnell's house. O'Connell. Lulu could be beneath the henge, and I've discovered how to get in, she says to O'Connell. What, so we can now search for Lulu? Yes, we shall go to the henge at night. I couldn't find Lulu in the netherworld. Perhaps she's trapped inside. Oh, okay, well that's what I needed to do, apparently. What could Lulu possibly have wanted from these ruins? As far as I could tell, she was as happy as could be. She had a stunning intellect, good looks, no lack of friends. Why did she go away from me? Ellen says, she must be alive. Let's go, O'Connell. Alright, we're gonna open this heckin' thing. Productivity can be a little overrated. I understand it's the metrics that our corporate overlords would like to measure us in. But being able to treat it and being able to focus on the things that you want to be focusing on, it sounds grand. Alright, here we are, and this looks like a spine, so that's the thing. This is where I don the cloak. O'Connell says, someone's been here, quite recently, in fact. Ellen says ellipsis exclamation point. What's this, an earring? But it was just a mummy and the cloak. Let me see that, says O'Connell. My god, no. Ha ha, ha ha ha. This is her earring. It all makes sense. The mummy that you saw was Lulu. But you said she'd been gone for only a week, says Ellen. You told me that she was alive, says O'Connell. Truth is, she disappeared half a year ago. I knew it, says O'Connell. Well, you lied. I don't know how you expected correct information, jerk. But I couldn't face the truth. It always felt like just the week before. Ellen says, O'Connell? O'Connell says, I can't believe this. Why did I allow you to ever give me hope? I don't deserve to go on living. Like, don't, like, take some accountability. You're the one who skewed the timeline. Stupid. Suzette, have you seen O'Connell? That scholar? I saw him sort of wandering around in a daze, says Suzette. He was heading for the Cliff of She. Do you think he's alright? Ellen says, the cliff? Suzette says, I suppose everyone knew that O'Connell's girlfriend was probably dead. It was just that no one could bear to shatter his hopes that she had gone missing only the week before and would return. He needs someone to help him face reality, to tell him the truth. Okay. It's another person that's going to throw himself over the cliff. Ellen says, O'Connell, don't you dare. You mustn't make any rash decisions. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Oh my god, no it's not. O'Connell says, no, it's I who should be apologizing. I'm sorry I said all of those mean things to you. I didn't mean to worry you. I was not myself. I should have never blamed you, after all, the effort you made for me. Death is part of life. There is no other way around it. In Lulu's case, I just could not bring myself to accept it. The purpose of the priestesses of yore was not to commune with the dead, but to assist people in accepting death itself. You told me what I needed to hear. In order to overcome my predicament, I first needed to face the depths of my despair. Perhaps they were a mirror of the depth of my love for her. I still have little idea of what to do. But someday I will achieve closure and get back on my feet again. Okay, just don't jump off the cliff, okay? O'Connell says, you helped me, let me repay you. I think it's fair to say that you are disturbed. Ellen says, ellipsis. Like, what the hell, guy? You do realize what this all means, don't you? The trips to the netherworld and such? Says O'Connell. Ellen says, wait, don't say another word. Sometimes I don't know what's happening. You once lived in the village, says O'Connell. And that's why you have memories of the dead. There's something I would like to try. It should shed light upon your lost memories. It's a little rough. Let's see. Other news. Seem to be finding my own art style after years. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that, Dragon Loot. Oh shit. Yeah, let's save it. Alright, so we completed chapter 5 with Ellen. Now we have to do it with Keats. see the other side of the story. What time do we have? 3 o'clock. I started pretty late. I'm gonna push on. We'll get started with Keats. Should we? Let's make a clean break, and I'll just start Keats next time. So let's end a little bit early with regards to. You know what? Let's just end a little bit early. I know it was only like an hour and a half, but I feel like it's the right move. So we will pick up with Folklore. We'll pick up with Folklore on Thursday. I'm going to play a little bit longer. I'm actually going to pop into Stardew Valley and play a little bit longer so that I'm just like hanging out here. But we're going to stop this part of the playthrough for right now because I just don't have enough time to do it justice. So I'm going to have to get up earlier on Wednesday because I have a workman coming to look at my gutters. And yeah, so I will probably start earlier on Thursday. So I'm going to close this out. We'll go ahead and close everything out. And then I'm going to pop into a different game. I'm not sure. Should we do Stardew Valley or should we do should I run my daily quests in ESO? I suppose I could pop into ESO real quick. I have to figure out how to change my settings. Starter Scrolls Online, right? Creator dashboard. Let me change this. Stream info. We'll go to Elder Scrolls Online for a few minutes. We'll change this to boom. We've updated our information successfully. We're going to hit play on this. There we go. I don't know that I've mostly ever played this. Pop in with my main first. I think I've only I've only streamed this a little bit. Turns out I didn't get my daily stuff. So we're in the city of Blackwood. I'm just gonna run through and do some questing. I am modded all to heck, which is totally permitted. They actually, when you are looking at the screen, there's add-ons. These are all mods. All of mine are out of date right now. I need to update them. There's a new patch coming out. But most of my crafting mods are just like auto craft so that I can do my dailies really quickly. Or like, it's collecting my mail. Because I have NPCs send me crafting materials every day. we've already got our alchemy writ done. What do we need for cooking? Which dress is that? I do like it. I don't know which one it is. So, the other thing that my mod does is I don't have to fuss with that. I don't have to like hit it open and then hit accept and then open all the individual items that it gives me. It does that for me. So we are a subscriber, so we don't have to worry about. We have a crafting bag, so all of our crafting stuff goes directly into it. Now the actual time-consuming part. Destroy 10 ghosts, collect 8 runestones, afflict 15 enemies with poison, dig up a chest from treasure maps. Alright, so probably selling to merchants should be pretty easy. This is how you get a pseudo-premium currency, is every day you log in and you do these little quests. Where was I that I'm collecting new things? So I've been playing for so long that I predate the collection system. So there's a lot of zones that I haven't been back to. But once you unlock a style with a character, they go into this category, and it'll show you how many more are in whatever zone. And you can basically recreate them at a transmutation station. So sometimes I do that. We gotta catch them all the Pokemons. The problem with recreating them, that bit is account locked, so there's still other crafting bits to do. Riven Spire is where it was. That makes sense. Riven Spire is actually one of my favorite zones. Okay. What's the weekly? Battleground matches, public dungeon events. 250 foes with class ability. We're gonna have to switch to our Templar this week. So let's go dig up a treasure chest. We should have a treasure map. Usually we have at least one. Maybe we don't. Maybe we dug them all up. No, we've got one for Canarthy's Roost. Let's go hit that up. Oh, it's right by our house. We'll travel right to our house. I have a lot of houses, and I use them for fast travel. I know that's less than ideal. Azula has a really distinctive look, Dragonloot. I look forward to your interpretation of it. I hope you will share it once you find um, a drawing that you're satisfied with. I would like to see it. Alright, what was the other one? Other one that's probably going to be easy. Collect rune stones. Probably do that. I should definitely have a bunch of enchanter surveys. Nothgar, Vardenfell, the Rift. I got 2 in Oradon. Again, we're using our houses for free transportation. Mouse in this game is how they get me. Every time. Even though I've only got 6 characters, I've got like, I don't know, 50 different mounts. I'm like, I must have it. That is the enchanting survey, so we'll go over there. This character is kind of powerful enough that I don't really have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I can just run and get myself in trouble and it's fine. This is my Sense Beta character, so that makes sense, right? Oh, you're on top of the cliff, aren't you? I bet you are. Alright, not as simple as I thought. Go the long way and assume that it's on the top of the cliff. We've already cleared this whole area, so there's a lot less mess here than there could be, I suppose. Like, there's still monsters. Monsters still spawn. It is an MMO. It's not like you have a clear and then you're done. There are some areas that once you clear them, the monsters change from hostile to you to neutral. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's got to be one more. There he is. There's 6 in surveys, so. Now, it's still here because we had a second one in the same place, so I'm just gonna get far enough away from it for it to respawn. It'll take a minute. Do ourselves a heck and run to the middle. And pop back over. That should be far enough. Alright. So, second endeavor completed today. Now, this is my favorite shortcut in Northern Elsewhere. I have the in-room in Northern Elsewhere, and if I say I would like to teleport to outside of it, it takes me directly to a way shrine, and then I can go wherever I want. Like, here's the in-room door. We're outside it, and there's the way shrine. It's the closest way shrine I have to a house that I can think of. You know, I haven't really paid attention to that in a while.
To leave possession.
See if I have any other crafting writs we could run all over the world and finish. Alchemy writ. Do I really not have a blacksmithing writ that I can actually complete? Oh, there's one. There's several, I guess. So I'm pretty sure one of these was Batch Gladiator. That'll save us a trip. Jewelry is always complicated. Trial by Fire, Baron's Legacy, Trial by Fire, Spectre's Eyes. I don't want to do these right now. I don't have enough of what I need. I think we've already got a woodworking one in our inventory. Alchemy. Gladiator and Gladiator. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I know where that one is. It is right there. I don't think either of the way shrines is closer. mods making running these easier as well. I think it's Lazy Ridcrafter. That will add the quest markers and whatnot. I do need to update those. I've been sort of waiting for the next thing to drop. So I don't have to do it twice. Let's see how well this is working today. Yeah, it's gonna do it for me. So basically it created it and then it's upgrading it to the appropriate level. Which, if you're an ESO guy, those are free and they're easy to gain access to. If you look up ESO add-ons, there's a database of community vetted material, and there's some really reliable ones that have existed since forever, and they have the same creators. So probably the creator isn't going to go off the deep end suddenly. Every once in a while, it'll happen, but. There's been a weird problem with mods in Minecraft, of all things, where the very best map, the mod maker fell off the face of the earth. The concerning part is when it was when the pandemic was really at its peak. Like, he posted that he wasn't well and then he vanished. So, like, low-key hoping he didn't die. Went too far. Alright, where are we going next? Tailoring. Ancient Dragon Guard. Blackwood, Southern Elsewhere, maybe. I think it's here. Cross your fingers, guys. Despite the fact that it looks like I have the locations memorized, I promise I really don't. There's just a couple that I've done enough times that I know where they are.
Keeping myself busy here.
Don't run through an archery range. It's not a good idea. We're gonna go visit the Ancient Dragon Guard
I could use a break.
bay here. I do like the view. I like the setup. I like this little cove in the stone.
This one has much to do. If you have business,
It's the most elaborate ship that I've ever seen in ESO. We can go places if we want to. This is Captain Saji. He's
Zaji
kind of a
hasn't
lot.
taken the perfect pounce out for a sale in quite some time. Hunting dragons is important, but this one's true love will always be his ship. Perhaps a short expedition is in order, yes?
The colored beads and everything are an amendment to the traditional uniform of the Dragon Guard. You can purchase it as an outfit. It's actually kind of cute. So we're gonna go to Mournhold, and I know I'm a Breton and should go to Stormhaven here. I suppose they're about equal, but in Mournhold it's closer to the vendor that I want, so I can also stop in and do the alchemy writ. Hey Peach, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the channel. We finished playing Folklore a little early. I didn't want to start a new thing, so we jumped into ESO real quick, where I am showing off my mods. Or add-ons, as they're called in ESO. Last 30 minutes, that's fair. Did I go to the wrong place? I did. I went to the enchanting one anyway. I want to go to the alchemist. Had it right the first time. Everybody in the... Oh, I woke up this morning. Apparently there was a water... one of our water mains broke at the end of the road. And so when I woke up this morning, all my water was messed up. And then... the gutters guy who said he was coming tomorrow afternoon showed up this morning at the wrong house on the road and had called me, but I didn't have my phone with me because there was not supposed to be any contractors here until tomorrow. It's been an eventful morning. I ended up starting really late because there was a lot going on. So I took all the drama today. That's... Okay, and if we do those two, what do we need left? Will that combination work? Maybe. Do. Luckily, the water main break didn't mess up the quality of my water, because sometimes it will do that. It just made it weird.
This is taking longer
And
now.
very aerated. I have very aerated water right now.
None of us is getting any younger, you know.
Alright, so we successfully completed those writs. Any other writs in my inventory? Put these away. I'm not gonna do that right now. Deposit. The Lady of the Wood, I friended her in game, and I don't think that she is on. But hopefully we'll be able to start collaborating, doing content and stuff. Alright, so we did all 3 of the dailies. There's a weekly yet to do. 250 foes with class abilities. What's the alternative? 5 public dungeon group events. I keep trying to decide if I want this. It does look pretty cool. let's log out and grab one of our class ability characters real quick. See if we can just blitz this down. We got about 20 minutes, and then I'll leave and get dinner started. Log off into Sean, return into Sean. I'm willing to bet that I'm probably by one of the public dungeons, so. Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. I need to get a battle donkey for this character. It would be the only appropriate mount. Alright, so it just basically wants me to wreck people with class abilities, and I am here for that. Public dungeons are for groups of 2 to 4. But like I said, I've been playing since beta, so sometimes I'm a little broken. Somebody has recently cleared those. Hello. Boss, by the way. I think the only thing here that gives me any pause is the group event, which I suppose I could go do. How are we doing so far? Alright, so we're already up past 25. I do appreciate how press button receive candy Templars are. Oh, somebody else is here. This is because the group event this week. The do the group event is an endeavor quest. Meh. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Should we wait? I don't know. Let's not wait. Probably the moment I leave, they'll spawn, right? It's usually how that works. I don't know that they take extra damage because of the damage type that I'm using, but like it really feels like they do. I don't usually delete things quite this fast. Probably know this public dungeon better than all the rest because this is where Mother's Sorrow drops, and I needed it for like 3 characters, which is a gear type. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. How dare. Probably nobody's getting this far today. They're all waiting for the group event. Which means probably all the treasure chests are bunched up in this one room. Yep, here's one. Like I said, I might know this area too well. The other place that nobody checks for treasure chests. Is inside the meat locker. Usually, yep, there's one. Sometimes there's a master chest that spawns in here. Okay. Ledgerman progress. Very good. toward goals here. Let's see, when I marked the time, we had 25, and now we're up to 118, and it's only been 10 minutes, so... I forgot that my back bar wasn't finished on this character because I can solo dungeons even though the back bar isn't finished. Often there is a chest right here somewhere, but I don't see one today. There's a master chest that spawns, like, right there. Something broke. Repair. Several somethings broke. How long has that been broken and I just wasn't paying attention? Rough. I don't really care about the bosses because I'm not farming gear. So we'll just leave them to other people as much as we can. I will continue to pull chests out of back corners because most people don't know that they're there. On my main character, I spent the time to get the ability to see them. They have like a glow and a plume. So there are a bunch of places that chests spawn that your average person is just not going to look without a prompting. Like behind all of these counters. Somebody's been through here recently. There shouldn't be any boxes here right now. I just cleared them, so they should be gone. Okay, yep, this is respawn though. There we go. I'm waiting to see if we're going to be able to actually make this marker by 4 o'clock. I would be very impressed. I don't think we will. I think we've only got like 5 minutes left. I don't want to share. I'm leaving. These are the ones that usually get left alone. Because there's nothing over here, there's no point in killing them unless you're just, like, literally killing mobs. There are people in here. Looks like the same people. They must be just farming the group event. I suspect that it will take them about as long to farm the group event as it's going to take me to get all of these kills. A champion point, that's cool. I also probably could have just come here and farmed ghosts. Other people messing up my farming strats. I actually have no idea what my DPS is right now. This is my secondary character. I know that sounds really silly. And I have never paid attention to it because I never group. There's a place to see that somewhere. It's never come up. I just delete everything mostly. But I'm not in a guild or anything. I've been playing since beta, and I mostly play solo because I'm a casual. There's no event going on except I think the double XP event? I'm just doing my endeavors at the moment. We're 30 off. I don't think we're gonna make it by 4 o'clock. It'll probably be about 5 after. See if I need to cycle these back out again. Yep, I do. I don't know how nobody knows about this. I know people come here to farm Mother Sorrow, and somehow this room never gets hit up. Also, welcome in. Nope, somebody else is... Alright, somebody's taken over for this. That's not why I'm here. I'm not treasure hunting. I just keep bumping the chest out to where the people who don't know where to look can find them. And this is still probably full of people farming the group event. Yep, so we'll skip that. As one of the classical solo builds, I'm thinking my DPS is probably lower than, like, if you had somebody who was in a group build, because I'm built for defense. To be able to just solo group dungeons and stuff. There we go. Alright, we're done. How far over? 2 minutes. We missed it by 2 minutes. That's alright. I think we still did okay. Let's get out of here. We'll use our favorite teleportation trick to elsewhere. Outside the house there, and then we'll race Shrine back to Leowin. I probably should stream ESO during events because I think I'm qualified to issue out drops. Back to Leowin. Yeah, I think this is the double XP from everything exploration event.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
Alright, cool. Alright, so let's log out. And I think we're gonna jump. We're gonna go get supper on for the house. Let's see. How many lurkers do we have in here? We have a few. Who's streaming? Killer's streaming Elden Ring. Let's raid him. Do ourselves a heckin' raid. Raid. Killer's assist. I think that's right. Let's see. Do we have the right person? Yes, we do. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you on Thursday.